Welcome back to What Arty Noobs for General Disturbance. This is a Conqueror Gun Carriage. It's the Tier 10 British SPG. This one's located on the north spawn of Lakeville, and it's under the command of Rollin5 of SIGNO. And he's in platoon with two other players, both from the 1BC clan, Appledar D6 and the FB4005, the Heshbon. And the other one is Look Down My Barrel in a Hurry 3. Well, not the sort of thing you want to do with a Hurry 3 because it's actually got quite a powerful gun. Anyway, let's see what they get up to. Conqueror Gun Carriage is, of course, a fictional Arty. Never existed. It's a fake tank. 9.2-inch howitzer, though. That caliber is 234 millimeters, and that makes it the second, or 233.7 actually, makes it the second biggest howitzer in the game. Of course, the biggest one is the T92 HMC's 24 centimeter howitzer. Well, he's aiming for that bush because nearly always an enemy tank turns up, mounts out, and yeah, he gets hit straight away for 360, and you'll notice that yes, the Burt actually, the Heshbon fired a round in as well at the same time. So it looks like our platoon mate in the Hori 3 has decided to guard against the city, and he's looking directly down the road towards the church, whilst we're looking up the valley towards the enemy who might be at the other end. And you notice how he actually relocated immediately after he fired. Gets another direct hit, 333 on a Jaegeru. And again, notice how he's relocating. Although moving backwards and forwards in a straight line sometimes isn't the most desirable thing to do, because then it's just a question of the enemy lining the shot up and deciding, does he fire long or does he fire short? Oh, that looks good because the Heshbon just wiped out an AE phase 1. So not good for the enemy there. Appledar D6. Was it Appledads? Is that his name? That was a splash for 440, and yes, exactly as I said, the other guy decided to go long. And because he's actually put a sideways component in it this time, he avoided the fire. But he did have to move pretty prompt after he shot. So it could be the enemy is trying to counter battery. Okay, there's the Jaegeru. Just been spotted the other side of the bottleneck. Our Wizzy 111 model 114 is actually spotting for us. He could fire. He's holding off. Well, that was counter battery, and that was the M53, M55 going after the enemy Conqueror Gun Carriage. But we'll give this guy a little incentive not to counter battery. Round out. Oh no, no kill. So we must have missed him. He's still showing down at the other end actually, or was still showing. So we're having a quick look over to the town. Some enemy tanks turned up over there, so we can put a few shells in that direction if they're obliging. We've even got a train coming down the railway. Ah, somebody just tried to counter battery and missed. So they took a swing and they missed. They've suddenly realized that we've actually relocated. But when they are trying to counter battery, it's not usually a good idea to park alongside your teammate. Not only do your tracers actually make it easier for you to be spotted, but the other thing is that, of course, he might fire and relocate and you don't, and you get hit by the shell meant for him. So probably better to actually pick a different spot. Okay, going for the Conway. Almost loaded. Rounds out. Well, he definitely got some splash there, but he needs to move, and quick. Okay, so we've got some, I think that's what they call a spit roast action going on down there. Don't ask me why, but yes, I think somebody was head to tail on that enemy. The Jaegeru is no more. Well, actually, it was our Jaegeru in the town that's no more. But yes. Okay, now the enemy M53, M55 suddenly been spotted, and he's running for cover because he now realizes our guys are coming in from either side. Now, there should be a Conqueror Gun Carriage down this end. I'm wondering if he's still there. If he is, he's going to be on that corner, and we might get one chance. No, the enemy Conqueror Gun Carriage has been wiped out, and so's their M53, M55 now. So we're Arty safe. We don't have to worry about counter battery, and there's only 5 enemies left. There's one of the enemy. It's an E4. We're dialing in. Want to make it accurate, so you have to let it settle. Rounds out. This could be a hit. Just behind. The shell veered to the right. Unfortunate that. But now he can come out behind that rock and apply a bit of pressure. The enemy's going to have to come back to their cap because we've now captured their entire cap area. And I have the feeling, actually, that Rollin wants to get down there and get in part of the action. Because as these enemy tanks try to come back and save their cap, he's going to be able to splash them with a few rounds. Pick up a load of stun assist. They're still stuck in the town at the moment. They can't disengage. But we did lose one tank, the AMX M454. It's not the fastest Arty, the Conqueror Gun Carriage, only 34.3 kilometers an hour. You can see that Rollin5 has actually had quite a few ace tankers on it already. Got that second mastery tag. Okay, you can get some nice shots from here. This looks good. Okay, Maushan. He's dialing in as quickly as he can. Oh, it would be fun if he could get a shell in here. I think the Maushan's still at the entrance to that road. He hasn't moved into the road yet. We're almost about capping out. Well, one of the enemies died. There's the Maushan. Rounds out.
Keep them under pressure.
Well, we've got some stun, and that'll help. Yes, he beats it up. But the kill shot goes to the Wizzy 114, and that's game over. That was another ace tanker game for Rollin5 of SIGNO in the Conqueror Gun Carriage. He managed to get a Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 8. And he got a Confederate because he hit more of the enemy than anyone else on his team. At least 6 tanks subsequently taken out by other teammates. His win rate wasn't particularly high. It's only 1,485, but that's mainly down to the fact he didn't do a lot of actual damage. Most of the damage he managed to collect was from stun assist. Let's have a look at team score. Well, there you can see the damage he did was 1,946 hit points, puts him kind of mid-table. The high scorer in the game turned out to be his platoon mate, Appledad D6, or Appldads. Is that? Yes, it's Appldads, isn't it? Yeah, 5,863 hit points of damage to him. He was really rocking it, and he picked up a high caliber. Second highest damage went to the IS-7 on the enemy team, 5,165. Third highest damage went to the Jaegeru on our team with 4,484. The other platoon mate, which was Look Down My Barrel, got 2,667, which is not bad because that actually puts him in 6th place on damage overall. When it came to kills, we can see that, yes, again, Appledad's got 4 kills. The Malchin on the enemy team got 4 kills. 3 kills went to the AMX M454, and no kills went to Rollin5, which meant that, of course, it was easier for him to get the Confederate. And when it came to base XP, he's right up at the top again, because the Wizzy 114 managed to get 1,099. He was doing a lot of spotting in that game. And Appledad's got 993, and just beneath him, Rollin5 got 938. He fired only 8 rounds in the game, not a huge amount, and that's probably why he didn't get a huge amount of damage overall. You'd expect to get about 11 rounds off normally to get a decent amount of, for a good win 8. He did get an ace tanker, but that was, as I said, down to the stun assist. He got 2 direct hits on the enemy, no penetrations, but 10 splash. Damage of 1,946, all of it at more than 300 meters. Damage 6 of the enemy, killed 0, so there's the Confederate. And 4,052 hit points of stun assist off 10 stuns. That's why it's an ace tanker game. On a free premium account, he actually got 78,257 credits from that game. And he also picked up 7 bonds for it being tier 10 and 4,221 experience points out of it as well. So yes, it goes to show it's actually sometimes easier to get an ace tanker in the Conqueror Gun Carriage without actually getting a whole lot of damage, because the Conqueror Gun Carriage does give the enemy a lot of stun, and that stun can have a lasting effect if your teammates manage to get hits on the enemy whilst they're stunned. Hope you enjoyed that replay. If you did, please give this video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.